inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more. So thirsty.
These patrols are after me.
Watch yourselves! This one!
No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here. This can't be happening.
There's one of those.
No! Please! Stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Has it fled? Shit, where'd it go?
Now, I can defend myself.
Kill that thing! Over there!
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you?
Stupid beast!
Sorry.
Over there! There's one of them
No,
vermin!
please, stop!
Don't like birds!
Who are you?
There's one of them vermin!
What do you want?
I mean, you know...
The sun feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide.
Right now!
Let me go! I need to find shelter. Is anybody there?
I can almost feel the sun's rays like a physical weight pressing against the wood. Who goes there?
A prayer for the summoned by warriors saw. A child born from darkness must take scent of his.
Who's there? Are you referring to me?
No! No! I still have so much to accomplish.
Voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become. These people want me dead. I need to leave now. It's locked. I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End.
Die, vermin!
Over
Go
there!
back home.
There's one of them vermin!
A strength I never knew I had.
Get them weapons ready! We found
This shouldn't be possible. Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire.
limits of my body. My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore. My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. This is despicable. The dizziness from the jump. I can... control it. What will London have to say to me? I've so many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Where has everyone gone? According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail. That's strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant. At last, a little life.
There's gotta be something.
My
can be
God,
done
sir,
about it.
you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why?
You must be.
Tell me,
Every...
do the police have...
even before...
Where am I?
You're at my...
Aren't you?
Scared of...
So you're open?
Yep. Figured pe...
I'm looking for someone...
It's been caught.
You mean...
Well, yeah.
Who is...
I like it.
How...
He rented it.
I need...
Just climb.
Yes?
No.
Bullshit mess. No?
Good evening.
Wow.
Yes.
Been there.
Has...
Can't say.
This isn't...
I don't know.
What's going on?
You.
Who is...
It's a.
You... I'll leave you to...
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mom.
I don't know.
Maybe...
I just want...
I'm not afraid, sir.
I only see...
Oh,
What?
this is Tom's...
Are you...
No, it's...
You don't...
Most...
What's going...
Too many dead, sir.
The
Bodies.
The sewer dog.
No one knows.
What have...
Is it spat?
The authority...
Nothing.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire! Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Say it's a vampire? Present yourself!
I need a word. With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might you be?
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the
That's none of your...
Sir, you have entered
Something...
the calling card of...
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you...
Then if you are not a vampire...
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul.
What have you...
It started a few...
How different?
A vampire.
Ridiculous. Something...
Then the feeling is...
And what exactly...
Sir, if the...
Then help me find the...
I may.
I followed a trail.
You thought I was your aggressor.
Perhaps. This is all new to me.
You should let me handle this.
No.
How will you do any... Then I can...
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone. Hello, sir.
And you're still ugly.
I'll leave you to your bottle, then.
Welcome back.
I can't say I have.
Hey, I told you.
I think you're hiding.
I hide many things.
Goodbye, Mr. Watt.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this
You again.
bullshit mess. No.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
Evening, sir.
I have a few...
The truth.
I suspect that...
I'm just the barber.
I can feel your fear, madam.
It's Will.
What happened?
He was dead.
Why are you...
I mean, it's...
Tell me about it.
Will was a...
Why keep it as...
Tom's nothing.
I see. Thank you for your...
You again.
Tom?
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not...
Who is he?
William?
Is he...
Yeah.
How was... Why?
I didn't lie.
I need...
You could try his boat.
Please describe it. Would you? Thank you, Tom.
If you see him...
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me? To this city? The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. What's this? Some sort of note. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood... Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
I'm cold. There's nothing here. Let's head back to a warm fire. Sorry, sir. No admittance. To find it, and find it fast. It's fair enough, Tom. But why do they hide where it's so damn cold? Stupid beast! Filthy piece of shit! I like their screams when you burn them alive. It ain't human! See them fat it's there's one of them burning! Best over there! There's one of them vermin!
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy. This place reeks of bloodshed. This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Let me go. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a... good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Nah, it's my turn.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the secret of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Sir, please.
You think I'm...
Insulting.
All right.
Yes. Follow me, Mr. Cox.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Hurry up! Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide-and-seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few... What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most
It's right.
You'll get to know him.
If you could point...
Second floor.
And Mr. Ham...
I gave him a sedative to...
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, sir.
I've already heard about you.
That's quite a...
You can call me...
I'm not sure...
Well, I'm no...
You have a...
No need to...
How is this...
You want to hear the situation?
Are you real?
And why not?
But you're not...
You keep people...
So what do you do exactly?
I've been an ambulance driver.
Since...
It's a
It sounds like...
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient.
You left?
Go there, you...
Goodbye, Milton. Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during...
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before.
Dr. Tip...
He was also very
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak...
This hospital is not a...
It's more...
Don't be misled.
What can you...
Some are really...
Any...
I don't know...
Ah, yes.
Don't get me...
Tell me...
Nurse Brand...
You really...
I'll go even further.
Goodbye, Dr. Tip. Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan.
Dr. Swansea has...
Did he
all members of staff have...
I see. Well, I'm a little...
You must know.
How are things here?
Not good.
Do you think that...
We are all... Sorry, Doc.
I'm not familiar with...
Brilliant perfect...
Most of...
It would be...
Is there any...
Well...
Why should his...
I guess it's...
Nurse Brannigan, if you...
No.
Goodbye, nurse.
Another night. Surely I can endure...
Good evening, Dr.
Dr. Reed.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening, sir.
Unless you're it.
I'm Dr.
You guessed wrong.
How is yours?
Oh, it's blood.
Can I ask?
It's the pain.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No.
Who is treating?
Nobody since the...
You don't seem...
My face hurts so...
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to...
No offense.
You were an offer.
Goodbye for now.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. Daily routine.
Good evening, Mr. Hammond.
Dr. Reed is...
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the fight.
You remain...
Thank you, Doc.
How did you end up in William Bishop's...
I had received alarming...
Why did he abduct you? You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero.
I'm just a man trying to help his...
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand. Good up.
People are still...
How could it be other?
Who should I...
Not really.
What is the general situation?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers' trade union. The wet boot boys...
Who leads the...
Since Clay...
Has the gang been threatening you? How do you feel?
I feel exhausted.
You're in good hands.
Thank you, sir.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton?
I manage a night aside.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton?
Not at all, Doc.
Why didn't you...
That's a very...
Have you made...
Not really.
You never...
You're preaching.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
I wonder what your last word...
Good evening.
Your name has...
I beg you.
What are you begging for?
You keep calling...
Well...
And why...
I don't need to believe...
Please.
I can...
I see.
Never.
It's...
Delusional, you...
I'm assuming...
It's only a...
The staff...
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white.
I see.
Thank you, Mort...
Who are the...
I cannot say...
Who are you?
Is that not...
I'm curious.
No, it's such a long time ago.
I'll leave you, mistress.
Time has lost its effect on me. But the suffering continues.
The pain. It's here again. Fear and disgust on every street corner.
Good evening, sir.
I don't know if a third opinion is...
I see.
I'm Harvey Fitted.
Tell me about the doctor.
Strickland and...
What do you mean?
I often had...
Tell me about...
I'm just a regular...
I was more...
I'm a carpenter.
Are you...
Well...
I won't lie.
Are you sure you...
In other circum... Goodbye for now.
I will not let you down, my boy. You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen.
Good evening, sir.
Reed? Yes, I...
Does my...
Let us just...
If you have a...
Dr. Swansea has
I know we...
Oh.
There is no need for such...
That is one point.
Since your tenure in this hospital...
Let's just say...
Carelessness.
We're here to save lives.
I don't intend to...
Modern medical...
It seems you...
I refuse to see this industrial...
We can at least agree on something. I don't know what you've heard about me.
I don't question your skills.
And what exactly?
I served in the war, just...
Be careful what you insinuate.
I only
This is ridiculous.
You see?
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
What a blundering idiot.
I'm quite busy.
Thank you for your time.
Circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I will not let you down, my boy. My sweet girl. Reads me like a book. I'll never keep anything from her.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doc.
Goodbye for now.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me,
So many deaths. Still more coming. How can we be sure we're making a difference?
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick.
Good evening.
Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What can you tell me?
Not much to say.
Are you really?
Yes, thanks to my husband.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more...
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I'm so tired.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
No.
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk,
I suppose that this...
Yes.
Could you at least tell...
Mortimer.
How
So painful.
I'm sure you
Not really.
I see.
Yes, maybe.
Why did your...
My mother just...
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured, you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Is your mother bothering you?
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
How painful.
So painful.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doc.
And I'm
Well, is he...
How
It's serious.
You must... Nurse...
I wish I could...
How long?
Or long enough.
You'd be surprised. How is the
Not well.
Why does...
I don't know.
Why is...
Milton's not the...
Goodbye, Nurse. Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody... Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well. I cannot enter.
Again. Just a dozen years or so.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet.
Well, yeah, Pippa...
Not at all, Milton.
Good.
What's going on?
Pippa's tired.
Maybe
you're right.
You do realize...
Come on, Doc.
Goodbye, Milton.
Daily routine.
It's locked, all right. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Hurry now, Doctor. It's free.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of
Sorry.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside...
I may have a solution.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch
The storeroom.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is...
It's the large...
The abandoned morgue behind the...
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, wait. Spare your obedience.
He's mine!
behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
It's locked, all right.
I cannot enter. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood. Skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage. It's locked. Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed. I am thorough strict.
What do you think of Dr. Ack?
It's a shame he's so narrow.
With the influenza and all that's going on.
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first.
So you believe it's just a question of...
Dr. Ackroyd is as
Please, could you tell me something?
I'm a great...
What made you...
I'm not ashamed.
It's all...
This epidemic...
I'd
rather not...
As long as you're...
You're not the first one to warn...
What can you tell me?
Well, it has always...
Do you need help?
Well, yes, maybe.
Do you want me to...
Oh, no, Doctor.
I see. You seem...
I'm convinced.
Questions remain... True. Tell me more.
Harvey Fiddick.
What is it, you...
Fair question.
Tell me, Mr...
Our first...
But why would he...
Because he is a...
This...
I agree.
Do you think he...
All I know is that
Goodbye, Doctor.
Finally, you...
Yes, nurse.
You've worked...
Duty call...
Many thanks.
Good evening, Miss...
Good evening, Doc.
Tell me about...
My wife.
How could...
I was working at...
You...
Of course.
Tell me...
I need...
What happened?
The German...
I would like...
I was...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Tell me about it.
I don't want to...
I have to go now.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr. Fiddick. Are you satisfied with...
Well,
I won't...
Are you sure you'd...
In other Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later. Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Good evening.
And good evening to you, Doctor.
Tell me, Harvey Fiddick. What is it? Fair question. Goodbye.
Dr. Reed.
I'll see you later. Good evening, Doctor.
And good evening.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I'm quite busy, right?
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of...
Strickland is playing with his patient's...
Are you thinking about...
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
If you are going to lead this surgery, I'm trusting you to assume the consequences of your actions, whatever the result.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from...
And are you not...
rivalry?
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.